Today, I am going to reveal 5 body languages that showed up in the first episode. Let me start with the first scene in which Koenji was sitting in the bus. When a person crosses the legs and arms, while sitting with the knee high over the opposite leg, it acts as a barrier. It tells that the person is trying to withdraw from the conversation.
No, I do that all the time. It is my habit already. I just enjoy sitting in this position.
You're right. There's an exception. Some people like to sit this way, so it's important to recognize baseline behaviors when observing others. Territorial display. Individuals who feel confident or superior subconsciously will splay out their hands on a desk or table. It's a behavior done by high-status people. The further apart, the more confident he or she is. Dismissive preening behavior. The act of cleaning one's nails when others are speaking is inconsiderate. What his behavior says shows that the other person is not worthy of his attention. What I'm doing is more important than what you have to say. Partial arm crossing. The purpose is to create a barrier in stressful situations. The higher the hand grips the arm, the more defensive a person is feeling. It signals nervousness. It is a comforting behavior to help the person feel good and safe. Chin cradling. When someone places their chin on the palm of the hand, coupled with relaxation of the facial muscles, it means that person is fatigued or feeling bored. It is very common in the classroom or in the meeting room. To be a master of human nature, learning body language is step 0. It allows your brain to obtain more information only. If becoming a great courtier is not your goal, I recommend you to leave this video right now.
そんなイカれたエゴイストだけ。この先へ進め。
Key to power. If you try to ask for help, do it in private. People will feel less responsible in public. In the bus scene, Kushida is asking other passengers to give up their seats to the old lady. Look at their reaction. Eventually, when Kushida asked a few more times, one lady was willing to give up her seat. Let's look at another scene. When Kushida is asking for help from Ayano Koji with her sincere hands gesture and eye contact, Ayano Koji is more willing to help her get in touch with Horikita. This is called bystander's effect. It states that individuals are less likely to offer help to a victim in the presence of other people. It has been proved to be true in an experiment called bystander apathy, held by 2 psychologists, Darley and Latani. But why is that? First is diffusion of responsibility. When people think that another person will intervene, they feel less responsible. The second explanation is pluralistic ignorance. Since everyone else is not reacting to the emergency, my personal help may not be needed. Seeing the omission of actions from others will lead to the thought that the emergency is not that serious as compared to perception when he is alone. Observe abnormal behavior. Scenario 1. When Kushida saw an old lady standing in the bus, he asked Koenji to lend his seat to her. Koenji rejects. Even though the old lady says she is fine, she does not stop and asks all passengers whether anyone is willing to give up their seats. In a way, she can be described as kind. On the flip side, don't you think it is kind of creepy? She is basically forcing others to give up their seats. You cannot expect others to be as kind as you are. Scenario 2. When the president of the student council is giving a speech, Horikita is extremely nervous. Compared to her calmness in the school bus and when she is confronting Ayano Koji, there is a huge contrast. There must be something between the two of them. Pay attention to all these details. Scenario 3. When Sudo is confronting 3 seniors, they suddenly stop toying with him and mention this. Isn't it weird? Class 1D students all get 100,000 points per month to spend. Instead of hell, it should feel like heaven. Ayano Koji, of course, does not miss the sign. Combining with the observation of free items in the shop earlier on, he realizes something is wrong. Recognize key parties. In the realm of power, there is no such thing as equality. Based on the Pareto principle, a minority of people hold most of the power. In the context of classroom of the elite, they refer to class leaders and people with good networking. What we should all learn from Ayano Koji is to first spot out all key parties. When Harada is inviting all classmates to introduce themselves, Ayano Koji recognizes him as the potential class leader. When Horikita is introducing herself, he is impressed by her friendliness. She is the kind of person who can build a great social network. By gathering this information, you can choose your ally and tools more wisely instead of wasting time on some nobody.